Hello everyone, this is Ram from Fourth Ventricle, and today we're going to be talking about the meninges of the brain. So what are the meninges? So these are the free membranes that cover the brain and the spinal cord. Today we'll be discussing about the meninges of the brain, their anatomical position, function, and their significance. So let's get started. Firstly, you have the skin layer shown over here, which is the outermost covering of the head, followed by an aponeurosis and the periosteum. So the periosteum is a layer of connective tissue that is vascularized and it envelops the cranium. So just under the periosteum, we can see the bone over here, in this case, the cranium, and the meninges are below the cranium over here. So there are three, and these are called the Dura Mater, shown over here, Arachnoid Mater, and the Pia Mater. Moving on, let's talk about the Dura Mater. So as you can see here, the Dura Mater is located over here along with all the other meninges, and underneath the meninges you can see the cerebral cortex. This area here is the cerebral cortex. So the Dura Mater is the outermost covering of the brain. It's made of dense and irregular connective tissue. So there are two layers of Dura Mater. So the first layer is the periosteal layer. So this covers the inner surface of the cranium. The second layer, the meningeal layer, so this is present underneath the periosteal layer. So in between these two layers of Dura Mater, you'll find the dural venous sinuses, shown over here. The Dura Mater also has foldings called the dural folds. So there are four folds, and these are known as the falx cerebri, tentorium cerebelli, falx cerebelli, and the diaphragma cellae. So the supply of the Dura Mater, so the arterial supply and the venous supply, is from the middle meningeal artery and vein, and the nervous supply is by the trigeminal nerve. The arachnoid is the middle layer, and it's located directly under the Dura Mater. I also want to point out that in between the Dura Mater and the arachnoid, there is a space called the subdural space. So as the name arachnoid suggests, it looks like spiderweb projections, as seen here, and hence why the name arachnoid. It's also made up of connective tissue, and one very important thing to note is that it's avascular and it has no innervation. So the space underneath the arachnoid is called the subarachnoid space, seen over here. And this space is filled with cerebrospinal fluid, and it is located in between the arachnoid and Pia Mater. So you must be wondering in this diagram why there's a little protrusion here into the Dura Mater, and this is called the arachnoid granulation. So arachnoid granulations, these are basically protrusions into the Dura Mater that essentially allow cerebrospinal fluid to go into circulation through the dural venous sinuses. So the Pia Mater, seen over here, is located directly underneath the subarachnoid space. The Pia Mater is tightly wrapped around the brain, following each contour and indentation, each fissure and gyri. The small space between the Pia Mater and the brain is called the subpial space. It is a very thin and delicate membrane and is highly vascular. So now the final part of this video is the active recall section. So I'll read out the questions and feel free to pause the video so that you can answer them. So the first question is, what spaces are formed by the meninges? So these are the epidural space. So this is the space between the dura and the cranium. There's also the subdural space, the subarachnoid space, and also the subpial space. Next question is, what are the two layers of Dura Mater? So this is the periosteal layer and the meningeal layer. What are the arachnoid granulations? So these are basically projections of arachnoid matter into the Dura Mater, which allows cerebrospinal fluid to drain into the dural venous sinuses. So next question is, what are the four dural folds? So these are the falx cerebri, tentorium cerebelli, falx cerebelli, and the diaphragma cellae. Which meninges are vascular? So the Dura Mater and the Pia Mater are vascular, but the arachnoid is avascular. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much.